Like, and if you had a VHS tape,
you gotta toss that thing.
no, now it's like a $10 mailing, and there's no guarantee.
Didn't even open it.
Never even gonna open it. Yeah, that's what it was like. Now it's all you guys have spoiled. You
You're
just
gonna watch this Murfication. Toss it.
oh, I know this kid. He sucks. Throw in the bin. Yeah. So I had you had to make the reel, like a highlight reel. You had to pay for someone to do that. Oh, it was
I struggle just to edit on TikTok now. I can only imagine what it was editing on a dinosaur.
The old, I forget the name of it, but yeah, it was like tick, 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 clip, tick, 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 tick. So, yeah, you guys have it easy.
Yeah, a lot easier.
But yeah, tell me, like, what about the first time you got up? Like, you got the balls, or was it was it a mic?
The first time I got up was just terrible because it was in the parking lot of
What?
of the bar. People heard that I was trying to do stand-ups. They said, "Let's see it right here." So all the coworkers had me do a little set outside, and they laughed their ass off. So I thought I was a god. Like, I'm the best thing that ever happened to comedy. So I went to the real bar, did an open mic, and then they're like, "This is not open mic night. This is actually a booked night. So unless you're on the
ticket,
lineup, you're not gonna perform." They're like, "All right, guys, we gotta get out of here." They're like, "Wait a minute, this whole crowd's here to see you." I'm like, "Yeah." So, like,
so it became a bringer all of a sudden.
they're like, you go on to the end, you can close it out. So I close it out, and since I have all my people in there, you can't tell what laughs are from genuine like comedic success, and which was my friends. But it sounded like a real like ruckus. So it was successful because my friends were there. And then the second time I went up, I went to a bar where nobody knew me. It was an open mic, and I was just a regular person, and nobody laughed. Because my timing was off, and I didn't know how to do the proper joke steps. I had no structure, no timing, no experience. I got crickets, and the girl was like, she's like, "What the hell was that set about?" I'm like, because I was doing bartender material, assuming that like my friends in the parking lot were bartenders, that the crowd would understand what it's like working in the bar, but they had no idea what the hell I was talking about. They're like, "What?" So the crowd was alienated because I did like specific jokes on my work and nobody understood them at all.
Right.
Everybody was like, "What the fuck is this guy talking about?" So it was just a disaster.
Let me give you a little. Well, I mean, you learned on your feet.
Oh, I did.
But occupational humor, it can be hit, but more often than not, it's miss.
Unless all those people in that crowd are into the same line of work as you are, they're not gonna get it.
They're not going to get it. I've seen more like teachers, lawyers, doctors, like, oh, I'm gonna run a set, I'm gonna try, I'm gonna do a mic, whatever. And it's like, I issued a bench, like, what are you talking about,
exactly. That's exactly what happened. But then I proceeded to try it 11 more times after that.
Damn.
And then I got decent at being sucky. I went from trash to sucky. Then I proceeded to take like 4 or 5 years off. Came back for 2 days.
Took 4 or 5 years off?
Yeah, like this was all in 2017, so this happened in 2017.
Oh, well.
I didn't come back until 2022. Then I wouldn't return until 2024, and that's when I did a full year, from 2024 to 2025, like a full year of doing open mics every week.
Okay. No, that's good. That's
so
good,
it's just a lot of dead space in between, so 4 years wasted, then another year, 2 years wasted, and then like a consistent full year of doing as many open mics as I possibly can. And now I went from trash to sucky to slightly average.
Hey, congratulations, Marlon J. Comedy. No, but what I respect about that is a lot of people, when they hit their first bump in the road, that's it.
Yeah.
That's the backbreaker. But the fact that you could come back and now look at you, you're a guest on this.
Damn right, I'm the first
great
guest.
show.
I'm the first guest too. The inaugural episode.
This low budget, and we're
low budget for now till we get bought out by a big company.
Yeah, right. No, but that's great. Everybody remembers their first time.
Oh yeah.
And for me, it was, I had a friend who was like, "Dude, you were the funniest guy in the world," blah, blah, blah. Like, because I was great at the bar scene, and I was great in the clubs, like I was just a good joke teller.
Nice.
So she was like, "We got to put you on the show. I'm producing a show, blah blah blah," and I was like, "Oh my god!" Like in front of a full theater.
Oh damn.
So I wrote I don't know how you do your jokes, but back then I had a notebook
Yes.
And I would just write and write and write and write and write. And then rehearse, memory,
That's
memory,
important.
punch,
Rehearsing is important.
movement,
Yes.
all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So when I went out there, and like you, I brought maybe like 10 people, I want to say, and I killed my first time
Nice.
up. And I got the addiction. I was like, oh man, I like this feeling.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to buy you a drink. All the girls want to talk to you.
Yes, yes.
I had girls coming up to me. I was actually an all right looking guy back then. And this was before the smartphone crap, you know, like people actually had cameras. And like, you know, with film inside. And girls were like, hey, can I take a photo with you? Can I take a photo? I was like, wow, this is crazy, you know?
And those disposable cameras only had about like 20 pictures.
Yeah, you
they wanted to spend one on you.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's when you got the thing. But as fun as that was, you never get over your first bad beat.
Oh, yeah. You're right, because you described the two feelings. The first feeling is when you're the hero. Everybody goes, good set, man. Good shit. Like, good show out there. Like, you're very funny. Like, what's your name? I've never seen you here before. Where can I find you? They want more of you. And then when you suck, they're just like, oh, you tried.
That's hard. What you did was hard. I couldn't do it.
You're working stuff out. It was a tough crowd. They were tired.
The acoustics are sucking here. But I saw people.
The guy goes on after you and destroys.
Yeah, right.
The acoustics got fixed in a minute.
That 10 seconds made a big difference.
He knows how to project.
I'll tell you the worst beat I ever got. So my ego, I was never arrogant, but confident.
Yeah.
I should say. I was getting confident. And I was doing the clubs, and I was living in New York City at the time.
Nice.
And I'm doing the clubs, Gotham, Caroline's, maybe some of the comic strip, I don't know, to name a few. And so Gotham books me, Friday night show, 10 o'clock show, Murf, you're headlining.
Oh.
Holy shit, you know? And I'm like 26, I want to say. So
very young.
I tell, and I had I think it was MySpace at the time.
Yeah.
It was like right before Facebook.
With Tom.
So, yeah, that was my homie. So I had some attention, some eyes on me.
Okay.
So you'd always post I'll be performing, you know.
You posted a bulletin.
Yeah, exactly. So I think 20 or 30 people showed up.
That's a lot.
For me.
That's a lot.
Yeah, but it was like a 300 or 400 seat theater.
Okay.
Completely sold out Friday night, New York City.
Damn.
Yeah. And they had some good names on there. Michelle Buteau was on there. A couple other people you might have heard of. So I'm at the curtain, right? I just pissed 100 times.
Because you want to make sure it's out of your system.
I have that, what's it called? The fear, the irrational fear that I'm just gonna piss on stage one time. You know, so I go to the bathroom 100 times before my set. And I got the folded up paper and all that shit and tucking it away and all that stuff. So I'm at the curtain. The guy in front of me is about to rap, and the crowd's moving well. The vibes are really well. And this was an expensive ticket. This wasn't just this was $100 per person with 2 items and all that shit. So
minimum, 2-drink minimum.
Yeah. And what they paid me in drink tickets. They're like, oh yeah, you get these drink tickets.
Why the hell are they charging $100 paying you a drink ticket?
That's the thing with comedy, and I'm gonna get to this in a second. It's an absolute pimp game. It's an absolute pimp game. Only you bring the hose, and then they pimp you.
He said sold out show, big name theater, the $100 per ticket. Yeah, the parking, the concessions. Can you imagine how much they made? You want a few giant cokes?
Yeah. Well only. You don't go shop. You only get domestic beer or the well.
Single pour.
That's what you get. If you're a comedian, please watch this show and